Well, the plain English version of the Bible sort of came about like this. Well, first of all, way back 60 years ago, so Kathy and I went to Maningrida and started working with the Barada language and introduced the Barada New Testament. That's it, a copy there. That got published. And we expected that other people of other languages that could also speak Barada would also use this New Testament. But we found that, no, they didn't want to be identified as Barada, so they wouldn't use it. But they would use English. However, what English was available to them, the best of the versions available, the simplest ones, were still way over their heads. They grew up speaking their own language and learned English as a second language. And so I just tried it out one time. I translated a little bit of stuff into what I called simplified English and tried it out on people. And they were excited about it. This is people that were at Maningrida that were not Barada. And so that led to working on it because, there were a lot of languages in Australia that are spoken as the first language by people, but there are only small groups of people and nobody will ever do a translation for them. However, they do go to school, English, the other white fella school, and they're taught in English, and they pick up enough English to be able to trade at shops and get what they want and interact with Centrelink and taxis and things. But you talk to them about some of the terms of the Bible. By grace are you saved through faith. And they've got no idea what you're talking about. That little passage thing that I quoted just then, by grace are you saved through faith, is a good example of the way we have to modify the English to suit the way they understand. We for example, no Aboriginal language has the passive voice. And if I say you are saved, it doesn't say who's doing the saving, does it? That's what English we call passive voice. That's a grammatical term, but no Aboriginal language can say it like that. If you're going to translate it into an Aboriginal language, you've got to find out who does the saving and say so. And also, English has what we call the grammatic terminology again, abstract nouns, grace, faith. We talk about them as if they're things, the noun's a label we put on a thing, but is faith a thing? No, faith's the act of believing. Is grace a thing? No, grace is a quality of God's unmerited favour to those, his favour to those who don't believe it. So instead of by grace are you saved through faith, we say, and this is reading from the PEV, God is really good to you. You believed in Jesus and God saved you. You did not do anything good, but God saved you anyway. It did not cost you anything. By grace are you saved through faith, not of yourselves. It is a gift of God.